There's a number your doctor has probably never checked, and it might be the most important health number you have. It's not your blood pressure, it's not your cholesterol. It's a measurement of how far your head has drifted forward from your hips. And when that number gets too high, it's been shown to tank your quality of life more than major chronic diseases. So today I'm breaking down what this number is, what happens when it goes wrong, and the one move that starts fixing it. I'm Dr. Ryan Wohlfert, and here's something that doesn't get nearly enough attention. Your spine has 3 natural curves, carefully designed ones. When you look at your spine from the side, it should have a gentle S shape, a curve in your neck, one in your mid-back, and one in your lower back. Those curves are doing a lot of work. They distribute your body weight evenly, absorb shock from movement, and this is a huge one, they protect your nervous system. When those curves are where they should be, everything communicates properly. Your brain talks to your body talks back, and the whole system runs the way it's supposed to. When those curves shift, those signals get scrambled, and that's where things start going sideways. The technical term for how your spine lines up from the side is called sagittal alignment. And there's one specific measurement that tells us a lot. It's called the sagittal vertical axis, or SVA for short. Now, don't worry about memorizing that. All it means is this: how far is your head in front of your hips? Ideally, we want 0. Your ears should stack over your shoulders and your shoulders over your hips. One reason that this matters is your spine, especially near the top of your neck, is loaded with tiny sensors called mechanoreceptors. Again, you don't have to memorize that, but these are embedded in your muscles, ligaments, and discs, and their job is to send constant signals to your brain about where your body is in space, how to move, how to balance. When your spine is misaligned, those signals get distorted. Your brain is working with bad data. And for a lot of people, if not most, especially after years of sitting, stress, and screens, that number keeps creeping up and up, forward and forward, more and more. And when it goes beyond 2 inches forward, it's actually called an adult spinal deformity. Okay, so before these phrases I'm sending at you send you into a spiral, it just means your head has drifted forward more than it should. It doesn't mean that you're broken. It just means something is shifted, and something shifted can be shifted back. But here's where it gets pretty serious. The European Spine Journal published research showing that this forward head posture has a bigger negative impact on quality of life than rheumatoid arthritis, than diabetes, than congestive heart failure, than pulmonary disease. That's not a mistake. Your posture could be affecting your daily life more than these serious chronic diseases. And it gets even more interesting. A study of over 400 adults found a direct link between this forward spinal lean and cognitive decline, as in memory, thinking, decision making. For women, any forward tilt beyond about 2.5 inches was associated with cognitive decline regardless of their age. For men, the threshold was a little higher, but it was still there. So you see, we're not just talking about back pain, we're talking about brain health, independence, quality of life. And one of the most common postural issues that create this is something called ribcage flexion. So basically your ribcage collapses forward, which pulls your upper back into a rounded position and pushes your head forward. Now you've seen it, you've probably felt it. It's the classic old person posture. The good news is that there are ways to address this without surgery. One of them I'm going to show you is an exercise developed through chiropractic biophysics, or CBP, and it's called a mirror image exercise because you'll be in the mirror image of the spinal distortion. And as we go through this, if you have any questions, just leave them in the comments and I will address them. Here's how you're going to do the exercise to counteract this ribcage flexion. You're going to lie on your stomach, preferably on the floor or a firm surface, but a bed can work if it's too hard for you to get down on the floor. Place your forearms underneath you with your elbows next to your ribcage. You'll push from your forearms and elbows to arch your back and your stomach will stay on the floor. Hold that position for 1 to 2 minutes, and you can even do it twice a day. What you can also do is add time each day. So for example, you can increase it 30 seconds or a minute each time you do it each day until you're up to 10 to 20 minutes. With any exercise, make sure you perform this in a controlled manner. Avoid any sudden or jerking movements. It may be uncomfortable at first, but it shouldn't be unbearable or painful. There's a difference. If you experience pain beyond that typical muscles working sensation or stretching, then stop. You should not have any pain in your back or legs. Plus, you want to start slow. You want to build the strength in your shoulders because you're also involving those in this exercise. So this is a great exercise to start with. And if you want step-by-step instructions to assess and begin retraining your entire posture, including forward head posture, you can access this posture retraining mini course right here at no charge. I'll put the link in the description. And as always, be your own guarantee for your health and your life.